Alright guys, today we're going to be installing the Supreme Suspension 1.5" lift kit with built-in bump stop on my 2019 Ford F-150. So this is just 2019 basic XL Ford F-150 four-wheel drive with electronic parking brake. So this has the heavy-duty payload package on it. So a lot of these Ford F-150s with four-wheel drive will automatically come with an 1.5" lift on the back already. So we're going to be replacing that with an 1.5" lift. So therefore we're actually going to get 3 inches total of lift in the back. So it's just going to be an 1.5" on top of what is already back there. We're just not going to have 2 lift kits. We're just going to have one block that's 3 inches tall that will just raise it another 1.5 inches. So all you're going to need today is going to be your Supreme Suspension lift kit, of course. You're going to need a floor jack. You're going to need maybe a 2x4 with that as well, just to be able to raise the truck up a little bit higher. You're going to need a breaker bar, torque wrench, and a 22mm socket. I believe that's it. Maybe a hammer if needed, if the pins don't line up, just to kind of knock it into place. So the way we're going to do this today is actually a little different than most people. Most people have a shop and they can lift the whole truck up and they drop the axle. A lot of people don't have those accommodations. So what we're going to do today is actually leave it on the ground, and we're just going to actually jack up the truck. So we're going to undo the U-bolts. We're going to jack up the truck. We're going to remove the lift kit. We're going to install the new lift kit and then literally just drop the truck back down. So all you need to do is a floor jack, so anybody can do this in their driveway. So let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get your vehicle on some level ground. So obviously this is not very level ground, but I actually already have them installed. I'm just going to be showing you exactly what I did here. So first thing you want to do, get it on level ground and get some chocks to put behind the wheels in order for them to not roll. So put them on both sides of the rear and make sure you turn on your electronic parking brake. Now that you have the electronic parking brake on, you can go and put your jack. This is going to be one of the rear tires. This is going to be in the front of the rear tire. So you're going to want to put your jack kind of kitty corner here so you can get in there so you can still be able to jack it up. And you're going to want to put it kind of right here on the leaf spring. So you might need a 2x4 because you're going to have to jack it up a pretty decent ways in order to get the old block off. So get a 2x4 or something and set it on top of the jack, just to make sure that you don't have metal on metal contacting, and then on top of it just give you a little extra height to get off the ground. So once you just have it sitting there for now, and then we'll move to the back part here. All right, next thing you want to do is you're going to want to start untightening these bolts, and they are on there pretty good. I can't remember the torque. I'll find it and put it on the screen here. But the best way I found out is to actually use a breaker bar. We tried to use a torque wrench, and it actually didn't really work too well. So just get a breaker bar, break these loose, and start removing those. So once you get those removed, then you can remove the U-bolts. This one that I ordered here actually comes with new U-bolts because they have to be longer than the old ones. And as you can see, these are a lot longer than they need to be, so I can chop those off in a little bit. But so yeah, you'll throw those away and not reuse those. So you'll remove the U-bolts, and then what you're going to want to do is start jacking up the jack on the other side here, and because everything will be loose at that point. And then once you get up enough height here, the block itself should just come off, and if it doesn't, you can just hit it with a hammer. There's just 2 pins on the bottom and 2 pins on the top, I believe, and they just kind of slide into holes. And so it'll just sit in there one way. There's only one way for it to fit. So, and then make sure that you put this in the right way because it actually is slanted. Make sure the slant, it's beveled, so it kind of goes at an angle. So make sure that bevel is pointing forward towards the front of the truck. So then once you get that removed, jack up the truck itself. So you're going to be on the leaf springs again and jack that up to the point where you can get the old one off and push this new one in. So now the fun part is trying to line up the pins. Once you get the bottom's easy, you just sit it in there. And then once you lower it, I had an issue with it lowering and hitting into the correct spot on the top. So what I found worked really well actually is just take a hammer and just tap the block itself, and it literally just fell right in. So that really wasn't too big of an issue. I've heard some other people say you could just move the tire a little bit. I didn't really need to do that. I just hit them both sides. Worked well with just tapping it with a hammer. So once that's back down, you put your new U-bolts on, and then you can tighten those up and you are good to go. Also mine, I have Timberins on. So if you happen to have Timberins on yours as well, you had to remove the Timberins in order to get this on because there was just no room to get this in there with the Timberin being in the way. So the best way to do that is actually just to remove the bolt that was on top of the Timberin that connects it to the frame of the truck. Once that's removed, then install the block, and then lower the truck back down, or not lower the truck back down, but then put the timber back on, and then you can lower the truck back down, and that seemed to work pretty well. Also, my kit came with a piece of metal here that you could relocate the brake wire. I actually didn't see where that was supposed to be working. It looked like all the brake winds were out of the way, so I actually did not use the piece that came with it. I'm not sure if that was just for a universal whatever. Some trucks might actually use it, so they just send it with every package, but anyways, I did not end up using that piece. And also, a lot of people were saying that you might need to undo the shocks in order to do this. I did not, because again, this was just a 3-inch lift, so it was only an 1.5 inches higher than the original one that came with it, so that really wasn't enough to really have to do anything with the shocks. So if you end up doing something bigger than that, I would suggest probably undoing the bottom shock at least, and then when you get it all installed, then reinstalling the shock again.